Hello, everybody. I am your caster, Starstro 64, and in just a moment we will be getting into post-university Valorant versus St. Joseph's University, week 2 of ECAC, and I believe they have just gone through the pick ban phase. It looks like the 3 maps chosen for this are going to be Bind, Ascent, and Split. Um, Looks like they're just getting everybody into order now. And this is going to be pretty interesting. This is one of my favorite times to watch collegiate level Valorant, just because we're kind of in an off season for VCT where Riot makes kind of a bunch of changes to the game. There are a bunch of buffs and nerfs to agents relatively recently. New maps in the map pool, although we won't get to see Sunset or the remade Breeze. We could see some interesting new strategies just off of the agent changes, and outside of a Game Changers tournament recently, there hasn't really been any pro play events, so there's not a clear guideline on what to play. So it's comes down to a lot more of the innovation on the side of the colleges to sort of see what they want to play and what works for them. So we might be able to see some spicy picks. I remember last split when I got to do a couple streams. We got to see a gecko that had a high pick rate from post university, and that was pretty interesting. It's something that's not seen as much in pro play. Um, there was only really like one team that was running it consistently, and that was Paper Rex during the tournament that they had CGRS as their sub because he's kind of a Gecko one trick. But I'm hoping to be able to maybe see some spicier picks, perhaps maybe Deadlock. I know not the best character in the meta as people have seen, but perhaps there's a little bit of something there. Um, and I've definitely seen some interesting strategies with the character. I heard it's getting buffed soon, and at this level of play, I feel like there's a lot of untapped potential for comps where people are experienced enough with characters and can kind of sometimes when you don't have that pressure of pro play, you're more incentivized to be able to reinvent um, comps and stuff like that and find what like works and maybe find things in the meta that are actually better than what's being played, because a lot of those pro teams, they have to sort of be playing it tournament to tournament where they're not getting as much chance to change their comps, and they're kind of just using what consistently works for them and what's winning for them, where I feel like teams at this level like to be a lot more experimental, kind of figure out what works for them, and maybe we'll see some interesting picks. That being said, Bind will be the first map. I believe. Let's see. Post University will start the CT side of Bind. It was SJU's map pick, and then Bind historically before the changes of the map was a very defender sided map, but then when they kind of reworked the map and re-put it out last year, it ended up becoming a little bit more T-sided just because where they changed where the teleporters were. The one for showers specifically makes a really easy rotate from B-long to showers. That's a lot faster than it was before. And because of this, it sort of allows you to kind of get that B-long control, force defenders to kind of stay B, or at least pull a couple defenders B, and then do a fast TP, and you get actually a faster rotate to the A site through showers. So it kind of leaves a couple defenders behind on B for a much slower rotate, and perhaps if you can get someone maybe lurking up A short, kind of getting presence there and getting control of that area, then when the TP comes through, you can kind of do more of like a two-pronged hit. Perhaps if there's nobody A short at all on the defender side, you can maybe sneak into U-Haul, maybe even get into spawn, and end up getting some really tricky plays. But I am excited to see what happens here. I don't know if we'll see it, but I know certain teams do play the Yoru on the map, which is a very spicy pick, something we saw a little bit more towards the end of VCT this year, not just on this map specifically, but there was some of it picked on Pearl. Bind was definitely one of them, and it could be one of those interesting picks we might happen to see. And yeah, I don't particularly know too much about what each of the players kind of plays as main agents, so I'll be interested to see those comps. One of the big changes to agents was definitely a huge Jet nerf. They kind of nerfed, I think they nerfed every single ability on Jet. The smokes got reduced duration, I think down from 4.5 to 2.5 seconds. Oh. What is going on here? Oh, looks like the lobby is back. Did I have a disconnect? Well, regardless, the lobby appears to be back. Anyways, as I was saying, Jet was a big character in the meta that was nerfed quite a bit. The smoke duration went down, so you can't sit in that smoke for a smoke dash nearly as long. The actual dash, like activation time, goes from it went from taking like 0.75 seconds to activate to 1 second. Now it only lasts 8 seconds instead of 12 seconds, so you kind of have a shorter window. You have to be more precise with it, more deliberate with actually using it. And then I think she only has one uplift now, if I recall. So you can't do a lot of those double up draft knives things that a lot of people used to be able to do, because a lot of those required two uplifts. There are definitely some that still need one, but now you're kind of expending your only updraft in the round for not necessarily getting value out of it. And then I think the knives went up a single ult point, if I believe, which puts it to 8 ult points, so it's going to be a little bit longer to actually get the knives. That being said, Raze was already contesting Jet in the meta, and I think on a lot of maps we'll kind of see the Raze definitely like taking over a lot more, because Jet's not as good of an opper as they were before, has a little bit more issues entrying, and is all around a little bit worse. And I think Raze kind of does more than the Jet now, especially because Raze was one of the few characters that was completely untouched and was quite strong in the meta. But I expect to see definitely a little bit of change there and a little bit less Jet, but who knows, some people might be very, very comfortable in the character and still think it's worth picking. We will find out. In the meantime, it looks like we have a few people waiting to connect, so while that is going on, um, we will cut back to a break for just a moment while they get all into lobby, and we'll be back in just a moment. And it looks like everybody is ready, or we got everybody in the lobby at least, so it should be starting up pretty soon. Just waiting on, I believe, Post University's ready check. slight tech issue will delay us just a little bit longer. In the meantime, I did get the roles for the post-university team. Elle, she is their sentinel player. On this map, Cypher or Killjoy can be played kind of depending on the comfort of the player, and there has even been some chamber from certain teams. So I'll be interested to see kind of what we see there. Oh, lobby glitched out a little bit again. Sologod appears to be a duelist player, along with Zeno, which I'm curious if they will run the double duelist. It was something that was being run on bind by certain teams that ended up doing the Jet Raze stuff. Again, Jet is a little bit weaker than she was at the time of those tournaments, so I'm curious if it's going to be a comfort thing, if we maybe see a different look from them, if we maybe see something like Neon Rays even, or if we see just a single duelist comp. Looks like Mojo is their smokes player, particularly Omen, who does function on this map. However, generally speaking, Brimstone tends to be really strong on this map, and even running double controller with Brimstone Viper or Brimstone Harbor can be really, really good. So we will see kind of what they change around there. And Dissident is what looks like their flashes player, particularly a breach player. So I will be interested to see what they pull out on this map. I'm sure breach can work on this map. I don't particularly see it a lot. It generally tends to be that sky, just because of the info you can get through the teleporters with sky flash, and just having like the sky dog. Even the heal is pretty nice as well, and you don't tend to run like a straight info character like a Sova or a Fade on this map as much. So having the sky be like a semi-info tool, a lot of teams do tend to like that. But again, a lot of times being, oh, looks like we are jumping directly into it. All right. We are already starting to see, oh, is that just a breach lock immediately? Full confidence. And there's actually that Fade being hovered as well. On the other side, there's a Reyna lock. That's something that did recently appear in competitive play for a couple different maps, particularly something for Paper Rex was a really big Reyna player. And I'm curious to see how that works out. We're seeing some raise hovers, some lock-ins. We are seeing brimstones for the smokes being hovered, and it looks like KevinBittner has come in for Elle. Will be taking over that sentinel role, and it looks like a Cypher hover as well. Fade finally locked in, so they will kind of have that info, which is I think pretty important because you do have the breach flashes as utility, and again you are missing the sky info by doing that, but you can kind of play around with your comp a little bit. It looks like maybe dropping the Jet out of like the particular meta comp because it is a little bit weaker now.
Select
getting that
your
info
agent
somewhere else. Then on the other side, ooh, the chamber, often paired with the Reyna, gets locked in. We are seeing a breach on the other side as well, so they will lack info, but they do have quite a bit of firepower with the double duelist comp. And starting the attack side, they could look to take a bunch of fast rounds. And finally, that Cypher is locked in. And to be honest, I think post-university is in a situation where they win slower rounds, or they have better advantages in slower rounds with the info gathering, being able to pick apart the map. However, with with SJU on the attack side, they'll be able to dictate the pace a little bit more in the first half of the game, and their comp does like to run a lot, be very fast with the breach initiation, the raise blast packs, Reyna to follow through, while having that chamber trip to stop any sort of fast flanks coming through. I believe it's not as reliable as it used to be. I don't think the range is as far, or quite as far as it used to be. So I don't think you can block the entire flank, but it should be able to block quite a bit, or at least one path. We're going to see the bomb handed off over to Brimstone here, and it looks like mostly an A start coming through here. So they will avoid the early Cypher setup, which is being carefully set up now. And Fade should get early info on this, already holding out the eye. We will see what happens here. Oh, it's actually going to be the Raise nade combo and quite a bit of damage. Actually only chip damage. We'll still bring you down to 69 health. Raise looking to blast back into Hookah now. And has a lot of space here, looking for the initial fight. Will take down Mojo. sologod looking for the trade, and now the plant is coming through here. sologod kind of alone all by himself, will get taken down. And now a 2v4 situation. Dissident, just a classic in hand, does spot Flanny S. Is looking to take that fight, and now KevinBittner on the flank, but Tucked is there to spot it. He's aware of his position, looking for the fight. It's going to come down just to Dissident, who will go down. A pretty clean round coming out of SJU. 4 people left alive, bomb plant money, and now it is going to look like a SMG force up. We're going to see a couple Spectres, 3 Spectres, Stinger, and Tucked, who has the Marshal. On the other side, we will see a couple of Sheriffs, but nothing really invested into the round, and it does look like a little bit of a B hit and a stack from Post. Reyna, though, will have this early lurk here, is going to walk through the smoke, but there are 2 people on the other side, and Reyna's going to look, get one, get out. Oh, but the grenade not going to do enough here, and while Reyna will be fighting for their life, meanwhile, the entry is going to start here. Raise blast packing in, not going to find anybody. Cypher all alone on the site, just a classic in hand, will get taken down, and now Dissident can't really start anything early now. TP's starting to come through. However, ooh, there's going to be a pinch on sologod here, just the Sheriff. Both sides won't be able to find any shots, and it's just going to be Zeno alone. Sheriff in hand, not much you can do on this save round. Raise nade will make this even more difficult. Not going to touch him, though. And will manage to find one, but the breach stun and the Spectre from Kraken will be enough. We will be moving on to the 3rd round. Guns pretty much kept entirely. I believe it was the Stinger that was lost.
I like the enthusiasm.
And they are going to force up to a Phantom on to Reyna here. Which is a little bit of an investment here, because there's not a whole lot of money on her. But if it yields kills, it could be quite good here. Zeno, I love this angle. Perched up on truck here. Will find a fight with Kraken, and will manage to connect the kill with minimal damage. Raise nade coming through here. Caught in the reload, though, and Flanny will find that kill. However, there are still 2 people showers with full showers control. The entry now finally starting to slowly come through here, but they actually don't have a lot of space on site here. And Mojo manages to find one. Peeks out dangerously, just 8 HP now, and the plant could not get down here. And finally, the plant is going to be started here. Will he be able to get it off? He will manage to. Now sologod has control of triple. And there's just such little space for SJU to actually play here. Only having control of short.
Right there.
Now, Meow kind of alone, and a lot of kills coming out for Skullin. But sologod will find one, not quite able to find two, and it's just up to KevinBittner, and that is going to be a pretty good bonus round coming out from SJU, bringing their lead to 3. And now, looks like the buy is a little bit in shambles here for post. Only able to afford really just sheriffs. However, SJU didn't get that much econ out of this. They still do have someone who doesn't really have a buy for next round if they fall, but they should be able to buy for them with a couple of the other people. And now, Reno once again looking for the duel here. Plenty S. Oh, KevinBittner will peek out a little too much, and now it's gonna look like a lean towards the B side here. Marshall in hand for sologod here, trying to defend himself. Mojo will now also get onto the site, but will be cleaned up as well, and it's down to just Dissident with the sheriff. Kind of an expected result on the round, of course. Oh, but the TP. Flanny S just in the teleporter waiting for that. And a flawless round now. The momentum really starting to build, and Meech will call the time out here. Looks like they'll need some time to recollect themselves. Honestly, a big issue right now is just a lot of these early duels going the way of SJU just being there to trade for each other, and not really taking the single fights nearly as much, being able to take somewhat swift control of sites. I did like the third round attempt to hold showers. It just didn't quite pan out because of a couple of big kills from Skullin. However, I didn't hate the idea, just giving them only short control. They just didn't quite convert on the kills. Now they should have buys coming out here across the board. However, now a couple ultimates coming into play. The Brimstone ult for Skullin can be really impactful, especially in the post plant. And also potentially even for a site entry, something like ulting U-Haul and getting a little bit of damage or even a kill out of that, and just like holding off that angle. And then the Reyna ult as well can be a little bit dangerous. And Reyna gonna look showers yet again. Gonna be greeted with 2 people though. Mojo finds the first kill onto Kraken, and now Reyna's all alone, but they don't know. And the trades go back and forth. Mojo will find second on the round. Kevin is so pushed up here. Oh, and he can't quite find the kill. Skullin will take him down instead, and now sologod alone on this site. Tucked looking for anybody on this site. They are just starting to sniff around B. A rotate finally coming through in this 3v3. sologod will find one, and he's going to pop the ult. I believe it did get the tag on to Brimstone, and now we're seeing a rotate, and Meow manages to take down Mojo, the only defender on ECAC, but will take quite a bit of damage, and is a 2v2. Again, that Brimstone ult coming into play. But more importantly, this flank from sologod could be huge. Meow's aware. Oh, and the kill won't be found by sologod. Meow managing to find that. And again, this Brimstone ult is in play. They can just choose to hide here. They can play their angles. A bomb tap will come out here, but a flash comes through. Zeno doesn't quite go down yet, but just 30 HP, and the Molly will take Zeno down. 5 rounds now off the start of this game, and At this point, maybe something just needs to change. Maybe the Cypher should switch sites. Oh, and it does look like that's actually going to happen now. A little bit of a setup. Ooh, a stack even, as I believe they are on low buys. Just a Marshal and a Sheriff. Oh, Judge as well. Looking to invest something into this round. However, the stack is actually going to be the wrong site here. And an early Brimstone will get a little bit of damage, but won't actually do much here. As Tuft is already out onto the site looking for people. The Boombot, not gonna find him. Tuft will manage to find the kill. Mojo will get a trade kill with his ult. However, the Rain Alert finding Kevin.
Spike planted.
And a 2v3, no buys. It's going to be quite difficult here. And I don't think Mojo's going to get close angles with that Judge. Will be forced to use the Classic. Will go down. And just a Sheriff once again for Dissident. And they know where he is now. They're not giving any angles. Utility coming through, looking for the fights, looking to maybe deal a little bit of eco damage. Gonna be burning a lot of utility here. Oh, and the one bullet can't find the kill. Oh, yes, managed to get tucked. Honestly, almost got two there. Could have been a little bit more damage. But they have so much money to buy. The eco damage barely even matters. 6 rounds now. That's at least a tied half. For Post, you have a few ultimates here. You have the Rolling Thunder. You have the Raise Rocket. Maybe you have to find something, maybe something aggressive here coming out from them as they stack towards the A site. There's been a little bit of back and forth from SJU. It looks like they are keyed in onto that. So they will notice. Oh, getting a lot of ults burnt here. Mojo in the corner trapped. Not much he can do. Zeno, the grenade coming through. Looking for the fight. Manages to find 2. Oh, and almost escapes the third, but will get taken out through the smoke. KevinBittner now the only one alive. There was a TP coming through, but Reyna is still here. Is he aware? No sound was made. Now not even facing the right direction. Reyna has slipped the crack. Oh, but will manage to spot Kevin over that triple box.
My city needs me.
And a 7th round now. And once again, we're looking at a very tough eco situation for Post University on this map.
Saving.
So far, Flanny has been quite a big impact on this map, on this Reyna. 11 kills so far. Finding a lot of good lurk timings as well with this Reyna and managing to really pick off people. And immediately, Sologod's going to take down Tucked right off the rip. And once again, Showers control for Flanny will know about the Cypher trip, and Kevin's gonna get taken out.
Spike down.
It is just going to really be an A hit, but they don't have the spike here. Reyna stunned up, still manages to find one. Meanwhile, Kraken will win their duel as well, and Reyna just running through the map. Mojo finds the kill with the Sheriff, but really just a consolation prize here so far in the 2v1. Perhaps
spike planted.
Maybe able to find something here. Pushing the smoke will be a little bit dangerous. Is going to manage to recover the gun, but Kraken will push out. Kraken will find the kill, and Kraken will take the round for SJU. Eight rounds straight. Making a little bit of light work out of the Post University team right now, and at the end of the day, it just doesn't feel like they're able to really find their rhythm, find their flow. And the gunfights at the end of the day are just really not going the way of Post University right now. So we are going to see the early Cypher cam for info is going to get shot down. And once again, sologod winning that duel versus Tux. One of the bright spots of the situation right now. And Kraken also going to go down. Now we have a 3v5 situation. Maybe the best looking round for Post so far. But can Flanny be stopped? Looking for angles, ADS with Spectre here. And oh, wow, once again, Dissident.
Down A.
Will,
Last player standing.
and every kill going the way of Post right now, as it's just Meow Meow. And certainly Zeno with the triple will manage to close out the round for Post, the first to get the ball rolling. And honestly, a lot of the time, it just takes one to really get them started, to really build that confidence. We'll see if they can translate that into anything else. SJU, though, does have a lot of econ, honestly enough that they might even be able to carry themselves all the way to the end of the half. Right now, I think Post goal should be looking to get to 3 rounds by the end of the half, make this a little bit manageable with a 1 pistol round.
You want to play? Let's
Then
play.
once again, going to show off that camera, but there is nothing going on there. And a utility going all the way down A short here. But Zeno will actually be the one who finds the kill. Kraken, though, all the way deep. And Reyna's such low health, too. Meanwhile, Tucked will find the flank. And now, kind of a stalemate here, where they sort of have A control.
Spike down A.
They're short, but Post not willing to give up back sight. And the next point of contact will probably be Kraken with this judge. Looking to push out here. They don't want to tempt fate with it, though. It's a little bit dangerous. The nade will push them off a little bit. And now, Stolen will go
Spike
down.
A.
I have the spike.
Tucked is looking to get this plant
One
off.
enemy remaining.
Oh, and now Dissident. Not going to manage to find anything on the flank. These flanks just not quite working out for Post, unfortunately. For them, 9 rounds now for SJU, and the buys will still be good for Post, so they will get another shot at this. Honestly, I want to see if sologod looks for another contest down long here. Won the last couple times versus Tufts. We'll see, as it looks like it might be happening again.
Marked one.
Not gonna look for the fight. Meanwhile, things gonna get aggressive towards A. Zeno getting completely taken down. Mojo now down as well, and it's just a full A site take. sologod trying to get towards the showers right now. There's so much utility in the way, but sologod will find 2. Gonna get flashed now, and wow. Manages to find 2, but it's still the 1v3. Kevin alone. Can he find anything? Manages to find the first one, but Tuft will close out the round. Will get them to double digits before the end of the half.
Last round before the switch.
If you saved, spend it.
And now, last round, and pretty rough buys. A lot of light armor, some bulldogs coming out for post. And really, this is a make or break round for them. They need to find something here to take into the second half. 10 already being such a large amount to give up. And now there's going to be a short stack, and they're going to be forced to run off here. But they will by their time. Guilt coming through. Zeno gonna go down. sologod in the corner here. Ooh, but the nade is quite good, and sologod will find one as well. And now it's a 2v4. This was the round that Post needed. But Flanny's so hard to shut down. Dissident, though, will rise up to the challenge. And Meow Meow in the 1v3. Knows where one is. Not going to get flashed. Going to find the kill. Beautiful anti-flash coming out there.
Got the spike.
Meow Meow. 1v2. Post is quite split up. This could be two 1v1s. Is Meow Meow aware of the U-Haul player? Looks over there. Looking around, trying to find something. Will tap bomb!
Team ace.
And Kevin finds the kill, finds the round, and at least they've gotten two
Switching
going into
sides.
the attacking half. Again, the attacking half is definitely the stronger side, but 10 rounds given up on the defending side won't be an easy task, especially because this map's not so attacker-sided that seeing double-digit halves is that common. They pretty much need this pistol. They need a couple big rounds early on. Perhaps even to convert on the bonus as well. And this Reyna, 15 kills in the half. Pretty much unstoppable so far. We are going to see a B stack coming out here. We'll be greeted by a chamber with a sheriff and a TP, and Tucked manages to find the first one, looking for another one. We'll get the TP away. Zeno, that nade, once again finding a kill. And now Kraken wants a piece of the action. Looking for a fight, will get a little bit of damage here, but now, ooh, the shorty gonna take down Kevin. A little bit too fast of a push onto long.
Last player standing.
The hookah side of the push just wasn't there yet, so they will get collapsed on. And a little bit of disconnect for Post. Kind of the story of this game a little bit for them. Dissident in the 1v3, looking for something. We'll find Flanny, will not be able to find the kill quite yet. And now the team just rushing over. You have to get this one. Looking for another fight potentially on the flank. Does manage to find Tucked, but that flank comes in. 11-2 now. Disaster for Post in this first game. The question is, will we see a force up coming from them? Another timeout. Their second timeout of the game. Talking things over. Perhaps looking for a force here. I think if you're Post, you kind of have to. Giving up 12 at this point would be a little bit difficult, to say the least. You'd have to run 10 rounds in a row back. And honestly, the way that things are going, I don't see a situation like that happening if you get put at match point this early. However, maybe if you find a thrifty here off of a surprise force, find a couple rounds, then like maybe you lose after like 4 or 5 rounds, then at least you have, 6-7 rounds on the board. That's a little bit more doable. Can maybe play the econ game a little bit. And this is just trouble right now for them, a tough spot to be in. If you lose the force here, though, you pretty much lose the game. And we're actually really only seeing a sheriff bot so far. They might just be looking to give up 12. Couple of sheriffs. And that's about it. They are pretty committed here to just pistols. Looking to walk up. Taking hookah control fast. Oh, but that stun's gonna be big. No peek yet though from Meow Meow. Will kind of waste the stun, but Tucked will find one spraying through. This is just difficult. The rotate's already coming through. The kill's coming through now as well.
One enemy remaining.
And it's just a complete shutdown of everything that Post wanted to do there. Match point. Map point.
Match point.
For SJU. And really just a tough game so far. SJU playing much more coordinated, winning the gunfights, a little bit more strategy there, it seems. They didn't really have a lot of just rush sites on the attack side. They like to play the lurk a little bit. They found a lot of picks. Post unable to identify as well here. And now it's just going to be another rush coming through. Tucked, though, this time will get completely shut down. Flanny in the TP now, joined by Kraken. A lot of kills coming through here. Flanny, however, will find something. Wow!
Spike planted.
The kills with these save guns, the judge doing so much work. Find themselves in a 2v3 situation. Kevin looking now, understands that there's a flank on the way. Does manage to find Flanny, and now it's just a 1v2. Make that a 1v1. Oh, but the swing from Kraken! And that looks to be the game that defused Shirley to come through here. And a 13-2 start
Defenders
for
win.
St. Joseph's University. And honestly, just a really tough game here. There's not a whole lot to say. Flanny looking spectacular on that Reyna. Honestly, the entire roster looking a little bit more coordinated. Definitely winning their gun duels a lot. There were some bright spots. Sologod was winning that B-long fight versus Tucked in a lot of the rounds. Won a couple of those in a row, especially with the Guardian. Zeno did have quite a few nade kills, found some like bright moments. There were a couple multi-frags there. There were definitely some good things coming through there for posts that they can look at. And hopefully Ascent will be a little bit of a better look for them. Bind was not their map pick. They did choose the CT side. But now they will get Ascent. Hopefully a map that they're more comfortable with. It is their map pick, so I do expect so. And with a lot of these teams, you will see that map to map, they can look like completely different teams. So we will have to see what that goes. It looks like the players are just taking a minute. So between games, we are going to go to a short break, and we will be right back. Alrighty, folks, and it looks like we are back. All the teams are ready, and we are going to hop right back into this. We are going to be seeing Ascent, and we are going to see some instant locks here. Dissident going to actually be on the Omen instead of Mojo, who looks to hover the Fade again. Zeno going to be playing the Jet. This is the nerfed Jet, I believe, so we'll see how that works out. A Phoenix pick is pretty surprising, to say the least. I do remember a couple teams that were running it, but it is a little bit more of a surprise pick than, say, like a KO on the map. We are going to see the Chamber once again from Tucked, something that wasn't actually seen a lot even in Chamber meta. So I will be interested in seeing how that functions. Certainly not a bad pick. It's just when it was Chamber meta, Jet was still a little bit stronger on this map, just with the mobility. But obviously with Jet nerfs, maybe Chamber ends up being a little bit stronger here. We are seeing a Raze lock in for Kraken. I do like that a lot. I think Raze is a character that's good on this map. However, it was just a little bit outclassed by the Jet previously. So we'll see how that goes. Ooh, and an Astra lock in. And once again, the Reyna coming out from Flanny. And Meow Meow, the final one to lock in. Ooh, and I just noticed we do have Elle back into the roster for Post University on that Killjoy. Looks like whatever technical issues were there are no longer there. And Mojo now switching to this Fade. It's a little bit interesting. We will see how this goes. Post University. We'll start on the attack side, which is, once again, the weaker side of this map. And a timeout immediately. Maybe a disconnect of some sort. An early round one timeout, a little bit of an interesting choice. You do only get, I believe, 2 of them a game, so definitely going to be an investment here. They didn't use either of them in their first game, didn't really need them with 13-2 scoreline. Things were just really working out for them strategically. Didn't really need to take that break and be like, hey, what can we do better here? Because everything, I mean, when everything's working out, you kind of just want things to keep kind of going. You don't really want to slow down that momentum, ice yourself, you know? Meanwhile, Post lined up B. We will still have that 20-second runoff here. Chamber and Astra going to set up towards the A site. Phoenix pinging out tiles here. See if we maybe find something interesting. Oh, I think he's pinging out where he wants the Fade Eye. We may see that come through here. Oh, and a flash will force Flanny off immediately. And now Kraken will also get flashed. It is going to be a flood out here. Phoenix going to get tagged a little bit on the entry. Will he be able to find Flanny in the back? Tough. We'll find one. Flanny manages to find 2 here, just surviving. And now it's just down to Dissident. The collapse, very strong here for SJU. Breaking apart that fast entry.
These guns we use are okay.
The gunfight's not going their favor, and honestly, Flanny just went absolutely crazy in the back of the site. Got flashed early on. Jumped down sidewalk, jumped to back site, played tucked, waited for them to flood in, and managed to find 2 kills, even when healing in between them. Fortunately, the trades, again, just a little disconnected for Post, and again, we will see them not buy up here. Tucked, going to look tiles here. Mojo, will he peek? Does peek. finds the gun of Tuft. Will not choose to challenge again. Now, Zeno looking to creep B here. Look for something. As Kraken explores mid just a little bit, staying in that smoke. But now, ooh, Flanny does manage to find Zeno and will find another one, and now it becomes a little bit of a trick play, thinking that they're B, and now they're able to just walk onto A site, but they hit the door, that's going to alert. They did hear Tucked, so they should be aware that this is a possible scenario. And now, Meow Meow, once again finding one, but will meet the door now. sologod trying to find something, manages to find one. But again, it's a pretty clean round from SJU, picking up where they left off. And now we're going to see Post looking to line up towards B again. I don't particularly like that they are just lining up over at one spot at the map. It seems like it's a very rush-heavy attack. Like they're kind of just looking for fights immediately. And as the fights come through, we aren't going to see any kills come through at first. Sologod's going to flash forward, and Tuft is going to take him down. Zeno looking for something in the smoke. But Tuft again manages to find another one. That's going to be an immediate pivot coming out from Post. Looking mid. Nobody there. It is going to be the rotate. And now Meow Meow all alone on this site with just a stinger in hand. The rotate from Astra coming through. And Post is going to slow down here, which is actually going to give time for the rotates, but may actually make SJU question if it's a re-hit back to B. Tuck's going to stay way over towards B. Ray's kind of in the middle. And now Skull exploring a little bit near the smoke. So dangerous. Manages to find one, make that two. And now it's down to just Dissident, who will find Meow Meow. Managing to escape just for a moment. 1v3, not much to do. Stolen the running gun a little bit there, but such low HP that it'll work out. And again, another converted bonus. And already Meech calling the timeout. And Post, they need to figure something out here right now, because currently what they are putting forward is not working out. I expect to see maybe a little bit of slow play coming into this round. It's a little hard for them to actually play this round though, just without actually having full buys. Maybe play something slow, maybe like a slow walk up cat, smoke off mid or something like that. Just look for a little bit of cheese and like an angle that they're not expecting as much, especially because you are going to have these short-range pistols that are going to do a lot more when grouped together and at close range. This round it's a little tough for them, and then maybe in future rounds when they have rifles, maybe playing a little bit more of a spread out, like play for picks type style, and just look to kind of open up the map, explore the map. Right now it is going to look like it's mostly a B-side hit, which does currently just have Flanny on it. But they are going to explore a little bit out mid here. And the rotate to be coming quite quickly. However, that smoke will manage to bring Meow Meow back. And Tucked does manage to spot some of the mid play here. It will kind of divide them back to a more normal sight setup here. Tucked looking for kills. But Dissident, oh, does he see the shoulder? Can't find the kill. Tucked now gonna get taken down by sologod here. They've managed to recover a gun. Vandal may be huge in this round. And currently, they have the site. But Flanny is just playing so tucked back here. Flanny, what can you do? Manages to find the kill because it's just the classic. Zeno looking for the sheriff, but Flanny finds
30 seconds
the
left.
1v2, and now it's just up to sologod. Manages to find the kill after killing the blind. Does have bomb to work with here. Only 19 seconds left. Stun coming through. 5 bullets in the gun. 14 seconds now. You have to look for a plant or the kills.
10 seconds left.
Flash comes through. Plant is going to be forced here, but we'll get it. But Skolin quickly to take him down. Quickly finding the defuse and a 4-0 start.
Elle.
Right now, once again, struggles for post. The bright side is there definitely are some closer rounds here, and this map is very defender-sided. But I feel like now that they have guns, they really need to slow down the map. I do see a little bit of a spread out here. I expect maybe a peek from Zeno. Never mind. Gonna walk over towards A here. Oh, and it's a fast play. Flanny, once again, running through. Will manage to find safety. Looks like it was just a fake, though. Meow Meow does manage to spot some. We'll look for the flash, but we'll get flashed themselves. And Flanny on the other side finds another kill here. Meow Meow finds one. Flanny will get taken out. sologod, you know where you are. That's going to be a kill. They don't appear to be aware that this still is the A hit, though. It will now be a safe 2 for 2. Safe plant for post. They do have the bomb. Oh, actually, that molly is not on the bomb. It's towards door. I don't like this from Dissident, especially with the drop here. This is so scary. Spotted so many times. They know that dice. Can't even manage to find anything. Chipped so low. Gets the TP away. And now, Elle testing the waters. What can you do? Oh, I love this from Omen here, actually. On to heaven. Oh my god, a beautiful ult! Dissident! What an ult! Manages to find their way to heaven. Not spotted out. Basically getting the flank. On such low HP, too. What a play. Just the kind of play that Post needs right now.
I need this. I need this.
Once again, Flanny off to such a good start. Top of the leaderboard for the team. Consistently winning a lot of 1v2 duels back in that backside. Now, Skolin to face all of the utility. Has some backup here from Meow Meow. While that utility does come through, it won't actually result in a hit quite yet. And sologod will get the Phoenix ult here. Looking for anything, not gonna find anyone. Meow Meow with 3 kills through the smoke! Flashing through, maybe even willing to pop the ult, looking for the ace, but gets a little too hot. Unfortunate. Overheating just a little bit there. Oh, but this setup in mid is so dangerous. The shot won't land, but Flanny in such a good spot here. Will they be able to check it? Will they know? Oh, and Flanny whipping a little bit. Manages to find one. Tuck will clean up the other. Zeno did manage to kill Flanny to punish for that whiff a little bit, but again, another round lost by Post. More struggles coming through this team.
They are so dead.
Honestly, they should look at what won them the first round. It was spreading out the map. It was finding good duels. It was getting down to a plant that was even numbers by the time you got the plant down, and actually being able to play post plant, and then a little bit of heroics as well, of course. Tucked, testing the waters mid. Kraken will take Zeno, pluck him from the sky. Tucked now finds a second kill with the tour de force. Post completely dispatched this round. What can you do? Dissident sitting in a corner now. Tuck starting to give him a little bit of space. And now,
Player standing.
even Elle flanked by Skolin. And what do you do if you're Dissident here? You find Tucked unaware. That's what you do. And now 1v3. Had the hero play that won them the round, but this one seems maybe a little too heroic even for them. Dissident just gonna chill here for a little bit.
Shadows
Looks for the smoke, but I think they saw where that came from.
30 seconds
Should
left.
give away the location. TP into the smoke, a little bit spicy here. Ooh, Meow Meow gets a little too aggressive here, but Dissident doesn't even know that Flanny's there. Will go down. A good try, a valiant attempt, but 6 rounds now for SJU. Seemingly unstoppable right now. Once again, the Post will get another chance to buy here. A little bit tough on the buy. Not a lot of ults here. Meow Meow playing that A site right now and does have that big breach ult. So we'll see if anything happens here. The Rolling Thunder could completely stop this push. Now Skolin holding down the situation. Flanny manages to push out, find something. Will Meow Meow look for the ult? Will not so far. Dissident not going to complete that ult. Very dangerous one indeed. It's going to be a full rotate from Post here. Dissident looking mid. Should be greeted by Flanny here. And has the bomb. This is very scary. Would be a very bad place to lose the bomb here. We'll find Kraken. Unable to win that duel. Now Tucked. Are you dangerous enough to push out of the smoke? Maybe not, but Flanny's pushing forward. Kraken does actually push out of the smoke, and Flanny will clean up the last kill. 7 rounds. Honestly, this just feels like an absolute mountain for Post University to try and climb right now. Complete masterclass coming out from SJU. Especially Flanny. Finding plenty of kills along the way. Now we are seeing something a little bit more spread for Post, but this is honestly a little bit of the wrong round to do it. You have the light buys, and Topped already finding a pick. Mojo, though, does manage to find one here. Meow Meow gonna flash forward out here. Is not gonna actually look for anything. sologod already finding his way onto the site, but is gonna get sprayed down. And now it's just Mojo alone, and Kraken will find his back. Take him down. And the eco round completely shut down. So far, I mean, it just seems like nothing has really worked for Post. Even the round that they won, it was a lot of individual kills across the spread map. And then kind of heroics from Dissident that actually won the round. Something that's not nearly as repeatable. Ooh, Tucked with this. Won't actually find the kill because they actually have 2 offs here. Flanny also finding a kill there. And now Meow Meow looking to flash out here. Playing the smoke, does find one.
Spike down.
Will manage to back away. And disaster once again for post. Oh, 3v4. Might manage to find something. But it's just sologod. Meow Meow will clean it up. Everything falling apart once again for post. There's another disorganized round. Right now, it just feels like post actual site entries and their utility usage is just not connected together. They're not actually, it's like they're all kind of playing solo games a little bit here, and it becomes incredibly hard to actually do anything here. The patience from Tuft to just wait with the op, and now Kraken looking for the ult, doesn't manage to find a kill, and Zeno will actually get the trade here, but Tuft is so far pushed up now, doesn't find the kill. Stolen will find a kill on the other side of the map. The lurk from Elle will not manage to find anything here. Meow Meow alone on this A site though could prove to be an issue. Playing super aggressive here. Oh, and does manage to find the kill. Mojo Dissident, sorry, just a sheriff. And now they're having to back out of the A site. They're looking for Meow Meow. But they're gonna hear him run up, back up cat.
The spike.
They have the spike once again, but they've lost the A site. And what a kill from Skolin here. Down to just Mojo.
30 seconds left.
Who will manage to find one. Make that two. Make this a round. 24 seconds left. Doesn't know where anyone is. Gonna have to go for a plant pretty soon. We'll get a little bit of info here.
Enemy remaining.
Make it a 1v1! Oh, but no
10
bullets!
seconds left.
Here's the runaway. This is gonna be so close here. The plant does manage to come through. The ult, no sound. Flanny has the op though, and Flanny will find the kill. Mojo gonna look for the peek there. Wow, what a good try from Mojo.
Expect them to work.
Made it close. Maybe a little bit of shenanigans from SJU,
Last
but
round in the half.
I mean, made it close, made it dangerous, but Flanny, just kind of this raid boss for this team. 13 kills already. 2 more, and we'll be looking at the same kill score at the half, back-to-back games. By the looks of it, we might actually be looking at the same half score as well. Another mountain for post to try to climb. This Kraken will take the early peek here. Seem a little bit fearless now. Tuft running through, gonna go down, and Mojo will absolutely punish that. Not sure what the strategy was there, but Kraken getting aggressive in mid will find a kill. Make that 2. Put this round into another manageable situation. But now, Kraken once again looking. And now play mid. Skolin goes down. And now it's a 2v2. Once again, the bomb in dangerous territory as well. The Astral comes through, and now they're going to have to peek through that. It is still 58 seconds, so they can wait it out. But we'll see what they look for here.
Bring them down.
Using the fade utility a little bit here. But Kraken playing the side of it, and that's going to be the 4K for Kraken. Managing to pick up both through the Astral wall.
Switching sides.
Delivered absolutely fearless. Even when you take down Flanny, even when you find that raid boss, everybody on this team is looking to step up. What can you do? 11-1 on the half. Honestly, nearly an impossible task for post at this point. It is going to be a 3-2. set up for Post here, with Killjoy using a little bit of that utility towards mid as well. And a very big stack towards the A site. But it is going to be a B hit. It's going to be Kraken looking to start off strong. Flanny as well. Meow Meow with the utility here. They are just going to run through. Looking for fights, getting rid of the Killjoy utility fast. And Mojo in the back of the site will manage to kill Flanny in the spot where Flanny found so many kills before. Oh, and Elle going a little bit big here. But Flanny... Oh wait, Flanny's still alive. My bad. Who did Mojo kill? Oh, but the timing here also important. Oh no. Tucked looking for the knife kill. It's coming in slowly, walking up behind. Oh no, we'll get spotted! And Mojo's got a shot now.
Spike planted. Where are you?
Tucked getting a little bit dangerous with that. That's why you always hold the gun out until you get close. And now Flanny looking for a complete wrap here. But Mojo hears that. Flanny does have to be a little bit quick on this. Does see that the bomb got halved. Mojo has a shot, such low health. And Mojo finds the 4K. Gives Post University some life.
Did they really think they
Capitalizing off the mistake of the knife kill attempt from Tucked. And you take whatever rounds you can get. It wasn't pretty. It wasn't clean. But a round's a round. And now they've got some sort of breathing room here. Not quite giving them match point. They do have the advantage buys here. Realistically, I mean, it's a long shot, but
Take 'em.
one team can get 11 rounds in one half. It's certainly possible. Now it is going to be a little bit of a play out of mid here. Post already getting such good info. There's nobody A. SJU knows about it. Now looking to take fights here. But Post will give none, playing very far back here. Flanny will creep up, looking for anything with the Sheriff. Such a deadly gun, such a cheap gun. But one taps to the head. sologod playing such a perfect angle here. And wow, the trap working for Post University. Dissident finding 2, sologod finding 2. And Tucked all alone with this Marshall. Not much you can do. And sologod finds their 3rd kill on the round. Now Post stringing together a couple rounds, but I mean this is the big round here. They don't have better buys. They are on the better side of the map. They can pick up the guns off of SJU if they do win this round. But you have to be able to convert. Otherwise, we're looking at match point. We're looking at a chance to string 9 rounds along. I think you want a couple more rounds before you get into that situation. It is going to be a hard rush coming through here. Zeno in such a good angle, such a good cross here right now. But unfortunately, sologod manages to find 1, but the crossfire falls apart. But Dissident through the smoke finds 2. Not sure if he meant the first one, but you take what you can get. It's 3v2 now. This is a beautiful opportunity for Post right now. The plant not even down yet. Skolin gonna look for it. Elle, Skolin finds 2 and Kraken will find the 3rd. Low health bars. Less than 20 health between the 2 and they find all 3. Wow. disaster for Post, trying to collapse all at once. Unfortunately, now I'm pretty sure the buys are scattered. Now, actually, they will have the money to actually buy up here, so in a decent spot. Obviously a Bulldog, and honestly, Tuft doesn't actually have a gun here. So this could be an okay round for Post. Definitely still manageable.
Shadows traveling.
Flanny is so far pushed out here. The blind comes through from Dissident, but not going to capitalize off of it. And Flanny's going to push forward. Dissident not going to choose to push the smoke. Zeno is going to go down, though. No support there. There should be a plant coming through.
Planted.
And just a 2v5. It's so tough. Now sologod finds one. Will go down 1v4 now. Elle. Just the Bulldog finds one. Kraken looking for an interesting knife kill. Won't be able to find anything. Skolin gonna hide in a cheeky angle. And the knife kill to finish off the game. GG's. Another dominant. 13-3 this time. Post did have a couple bright moments in that game. Unfortunately, wasn't enough to really put up numbers on the board. Being dragged down by their first half performance. And I mean, at the end of the day, you just look at it and the kills just went all the way of SJU. And that will be the series. A little bit of a dominant victory for SJU. And that will be the end. Thank you everybody for tuning in. And we will see you next time.